right, what's up, Turtle Riders? How are we all doing out there tonight? Can everybody hear me okay? Sorry, I got this mic on, so it doesn't pick up the turtle. So if it was not coming in there, I apologize. Let me see. I am not seeing comments over here on my StreamYard link. Hold on. Let's see if I can enter this twice. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, there. Oh, let me turn this. Oh, there's me twice. Get out of it. Okay. How about now? Is that working? All right. That was fun. Okay. So welcome to the show, guys. I understand people said we have no sound, but I think you can hear me now, right? Okay, good. We're good. All right. So without further ado, welcome to the Turtleboy live show. Tonight, I'm really angry and fired up. People have said I'm not looking good. I need to see a counselor or something. I'm really pissed, guys. And just a reminder that if you guys would like to donate to the Turtle Fund, our ongoing, never-ending battle for free speech, I'm going to go ahead right now, and I am going to link the fundraiser in the comments, the dono button. If you want to donate, graciously accept it, and I will read off whatever fun message that you put along with it during the live broadcast. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. We got to talk about schools because it's out of control. I don't know how everybody with kids is going to be affected by this. And I feel like I need to talk to you guys because you're the only people in the world who actually get this. We are a minority, sadly, when it comes to I see, by the way, I see Courtney Anderson says in the comments, any tips for catching a bat? You've had them in my house before, Courtney. You have to, well, first of all, wait till if it's sleeping, they don't wake up ever. They sleep for like 3 days and they only get up for a few hours to look for bugs. I would just open the door, hopefully, and those fucking fly out of there. That's the best bet. They're a fucking bitch, these things. Or just get a pillow, get like a big pillow. And bats, all they do is they fly in circles. So you can time it. It's really actually pretty easy to hit a bat or a tennis racket or something. You'll immobilize it. You'll throw it outside. It won't live through the night. Another animal will eat it. I think it actually might be illegal. I'm not sure. So don't tell anyone. But yeah, if they're sleeping, they're so easy to take out. They don't wake up. Like I could show you guys a video. I had a bat in my living room, and I just went over and I hit it with like a little racket. Knock it. It just fucking plopped. He's on the ground. He's still sleeping. I just picked him up and threw him outside. He napped on my lawn. They are the deepest sleepers in the world, but they're evil. Bats are I fucking hate bats. But anyway, so let's talk about schools, shall we? I know a lot of you guys are affected by this. It's dominating the news. It's dominating my life right now. Yesterday, it really hit home for me. So my daughter's 5 years old. She's going to be in kindergarten this year. Really looking forward to it. We live in Holden, but we didn't grow up here. So it's not like we have like a lot of roots in this town. So this would be a good opportunity for her to make friends and whatnot, because she's a little shy. And she was really, really, really looking forward to it, man. We've been hyping up kindergarten for a long time. I've been taking her to the playground at Davis Hill. She's really looking forward to school. And it's just hard to explain to her why it's not happening now, because I don't know why. Like I could lie to her, I suppose, but we are now being forced to tell our children a lie, right? If we explain this, so why can't I go to school? Well, you see, there's this virus out there, and she knows what coronavirus is. She knows it's a thing. That's why we've all been home. And there's a virus out there, and it's not really like a threat to you at all. You're not going to die from it. It's not scary. It doesn't really kill kids your age. So why can't we go to school? Well, there's this thing called a Karen in a union, and a school committee. They're working. They don't want you to go to school for whatever reason. I don't know why. These people are crazy, and that's what it comes down to. So they had an hour-long or a 3-hour-long meeting last night, the Wachusett Regional School Committee. And I watched some of it on there. It's all remote, obviously. And it was like unanimous. I didn't count. There's like couldn't name anybody on the school committee these times. But it was like unanimous. There's like 20 people on it. And they all voted pretty much, it seems like, to shut down the schools right? When I say shut down the schools, I mean remote learning. And I want to be very clear about this. Remote learning is not an education. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. The idea that your kids can just, you know, pick up where they left off before, right? Like they can just a teacher can just. I mean, how's that going to work? How's that going to work with a 5-year-old? How does a 5-year-old do remote learning? You tell me that. So she'll have her kindergarten teacher, right? And so she'll come on there and talk to what? How many kids are in a class? 25 kids in a class. They'll come on there and my kid's going to sit in front of the computer and watch her teacher talk to her for what? Gonna sit there and listen to her talk about what? What are they going to do? Did she get teach her things? And then what? Then they go and do an activity? Okay. So my daughter's shy as shit. Like putting her in front of a freaking laptop and just assuming that she's just going to sit there and absorb it all is not realistic. If you think that's how 5-year-olds work, you've never met a 5-year-old before. So I'll be forced then to sit with her or my wife. Now, my wife doesn't know what she's going to do because my wife's also a teacher. And every school district's going to do something different. So if they go hybrid in her district or they go back, which I don't think anyone's going to go back, then you'll have to go and she'll have to go there and I'll be home alone with the kid. Home alone with the kid. Now, I got into a big pissing match with some Karens about this in this group called Watch You Chat yesterday. It's your typical townie, Facebook group full of concerned parents, very worried about COVID, all this stuff. And one of the things I brought up in there, I said, I'm like, well, they voted obviously to go remote learning. Like it was without, they surveyed the parents. I want to say like 59% of parents said they were willing to do like a complete go back. Like 70 something percent said they were willing to do a hybrid. And they're like, nah, fuck it. We're doing this because of the teachers union. That's what it comes down to. The teachers union. And I've been a union supporter my whole life, and I still am for existence. But they're an embarrassment. I've never seen a group of people embarrass themselves more and make fools of themselves more than the teachers unions have in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, talk about it, dramatic. They're writing wills. They're doing in New York City. They're doing goddamn parade. They're carrying around a casket. All these idiots down there assembling in groups to do this. They don't see the irony in any of this. So I'm in this group and I'm like thinking, so now what you're saying is that I gotta stay home, right? Luckily, I work from home. But what if I didn't? What if I didn't work from home? What if you're in a home where both parents are working and they leave in their car to go to work, right? Mom's a nurse, dad's a freaking lawyer or whatever they are. Well, 5-year-old can't stay home by herself, can she? They can't. And so that means one of the parents has to quit their job. Just quit. And you cannot qualify for unemployment if you quit your job. You can't do it. The $600 thing's over anyway. That was fun while it lasted. Done. So now what is the plan here? Like they have no freaking plan, guys. This is insane. Absolutely insane. They're just like, fuck it. We just won't go to school. You'll figure it out. This is what Turtle Riders have told me this. Like you've had months to figure it out. Come up with a plan. What the fuck does that mean? How am I supposed to figure this out? Quit your job or don't quit your job? It's an option. It's an option. You're going to hire a babysitter to sit with her all day? They're going to shell out. You can't, and babysitter couldn't even do the job. So obviously, this is going to be a massive disaster. This idea of remote learning. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. You think now? We need to see the blog content I have in a few more weeks. Let this train wreck starts. Remote learning. Give me a goddamn break. Remote learning. So I'm getting in the fight with these. I've kind of made my entry. I'm using my real name too on these group boards. They live in town. And let me see if I can bring it up for you guys. Go to watch chat here. Watch you. Because these, I'm telling you, man, going at it with these. I'm making a lot of enemies in town. I'm quickly becoming I think that was inevitable. I think we can all agree about that. But let's pull it up on the big screen here. Share screen. And there it is. Okay. How's that come up? That come up good? All right. So here's one of the groups. Let's see if I can find the lady. This old lady started giving me lip today. Okay. So this is one of the school committee ladies, Sherry Haber. She's obviously voted for remote learning. I went on her Facebook page 2 months ago, and she's saying that we need you all to vote yes for the budget. We need money for the budget. We need, and I'm only bringing this up, by the way. I understand most of you probably don't give a shit about Holden and Rutland and Sterling and whatnot, but this is coming to your town if it hasn't already. So this is a problem. The sound's fucked up. Is that what people are saying? The mic is muffled. Okay, one moment, please. All right, is that any better? Is that better? Okay, hopefully that's a little better. And by the way, I've shared this link on the Clarence Woods Emerson page. If you want to share that for me, let people know we're out there. Turn the treble up. It's good. Okay, so it's better. Okay, good. We're good. All right. Anyway, so I'm getting this pissing match with this woman because I'm telling her. Let's see if I can find it. What the hell was this chick's name? Her name was Carol something. Like she got. I need to talk about this conversation that I had with Carol. Carol was pissing me off. I think I put it in the blog too. Where'd it go? Well, I got it right here. I got it right in the blog. So I'll read it. Read Carol's quote here that she actually wrote to me. I couldn't believe she wrote this. Where'd she go? What did Carol write to me? God damn it. Hold on one sec. Basically, I said, I don't want to be a babysitter. That was my whole thing. I'm like, I'm not a babysitter. And their whole thing was, she came back with some bullshit about, well, that's your daughter, your own flesh and blood. She's a gift from God. All this stuff. It's like, yeah, first of all, lady, calm down. Calm down. Okay. You don't need to tell me this stuff and make it seem like I don't love my freaking kid. Right. Just because I don't want to be around them 24/7. No parent wants to be. I'm not a stay-at-home dad. I fucking work. Okay, here it is. I'll pull it up right here. You got to see this comment. This is from the blog today. Some of you guys might have read this already. No, here she is. Okay, so this is what she actually writes. She goes, ouch, babysit? You gave birth to a miracle, and she is yours. Spending time with her is not babysitting. This is what you pay teenagers for. Sorry, your remark just hit me wrong as a mother of 5. They came first, always. I never thought of it as babysitting, more so mothering. I chose to be a mother, not a babysitter. Okay, first of all, Carla, fuck you. Fuck you, get off your high horse. Who do you think you're talking to? Babysit? Yeah, I realize. And second of all, it is babysitting, okay? It is babysitting. That's exactly what it is. And ultimately, yeah, there's an aspect of babysitting involving our kids going to school. I'm sorry, like teachers don't want to view it the way. Yeah, it's very convenient. I'm not going to lie. It's very convenient to have free babysitting, which is essentially what it is. We factor that in. Don't act like it's like we're bad people because we use the term babysitting. That's exactly what it is. My daughter will do a half-hour freaking Zoom call, and then what? And then what? What are we going to do all day? What are we going to do all day after that? Watch Peppa Pig? What's she going to do? I'm going to entertain her the whole time? I'm trying to work. I got a website to run here, right? What if I have court that day? I go to court a lot. What am I going to do then? Huh? They don't care because this woman, she said, you gave birth to a miracle and she is yours. Yeah, she is. Okay. I love my daughter unconditionally. Get off your fucking high horse. Don't act like I don't love her because God forbid I want to fucking work. And guess what? There's no reason for me not to. There's absolutely no reason for schools not to be back in business right now. None. All this fear-mongering bullshit that's been going on out there. I mean, look at this teacher I profiled today. Look at it. If you haven't read this blog, go and read it. But She's a mother from Duxbury. No, she's from Duxbury. And her kids, she's also a teacher in Kingston nearby. And there she is. And I fucking hate this new slogan. Only when it's safe. School reopening. Okay, first of all, fuck you. It's already safe. Secondly, it's never safe. Like, there's no such thing as safe in life. When your kid goes to school, bad things can happen to them. I'm sorry. They can get hit by their school bus, can drive into a ditch, or they can get there and drink poison milk. I don't know. Bad things can happen all the time. There's no such thing as only when it's safe. Only if you can guarantee it'll be safe. I can't guarantee it, but odds are you're going to be just fucking fine. Okay? Okay? I mean, talk about embarrassing yourselves. Every other profession on earth is back to work. They are. And a lot of them have, you're a goddamn person at the grocery store. All these teachers went, I'm safe. Bitch, did you go to Home Depot? Did you go to Walmart? Oh, you did? Okay. Well, it's not the same thing, Turtle Boy. It's not the same thing because, well, we're going to be in a crowded room with all these kids and blah, blah, blah all day. Okay. That's fine. But the clerk at the store, you didn't give a shit about his well-being, did you? Nah. You needed some Cheez-Its. You needed those white, I know they're good. They're really good, right? The white cheddar ones. You really wanted those Cheez-Its. You could have ordered them on Amazon, but it would have taken like 6 days. You wanted them now. So you went down to the store. You didn't give a shit about that guy behind the guy behind the desk checking out your groceries, making $11 an hour doing that. You didn't care about him. No, he's been risking his life though, but your life is too precious to risk, isn't it? I mean, what a bunch of cowards. Well, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for this. Nobody fucking signed up for this. Nobody signed up for COVID, but guess what? Life comes at you fast. Shit happens. Adapt. Who cares? Okay? You also didn't sign up for school shootings. You probably got a better chance of dying from a fucking school shooting than you do dying from COVID. I haven't analyzed the data on that. It's probably not too far apart. It's a ridiculous fear to worry about. Okay? Period. Now you got to read what this chick writes in this goddamn, just this whole thing only when it's safe. First of all, you don't get to decide that only when it's safe. No. You don't get to decide this. Since when do you get to decide when you go back to work? I mean, when it's safe. I got news for you. The virus, get used to it. Get used to it. It's going nowhere. It is here to stay, baby, until we get a vaccine, which God knows when that will be. We cannot keep our society perpetually shut down until we get a vaccine for this virus. You can't do it. So, in the meantime, kids got to learn. This is really freaking important. Kids need to be in school. They need an education. And you're the professional, right? You need to be there doing that for them. You don't get to just decide, I'll go back when I goddamn feel like it, because that's my ultimate question with these people with remote learning, because they did it in our district till like November. And my question is, we'll reevaluate, they said, in November. What does that mean? What does that mean, reevaluate? Because you know what reevaluate means? That means push it off for 2 more months. That's their new 2 weeks. Remember 2 weeks to flatten the curve? Reevaluate is the new 2 weeks to flatten the curve. In 2 weeks, we'll reevaluate where we're at. Well, okay, I'm going to fast forward a bit. I'm going to predict the future here. Here's what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, or 2 months from now in November. Same shit. The virus is still going to be out there. The media is still going to be fear-mongering about it. They're going to they're not going to talk about all the old people dying because they don't want you to know the truth, that it's mostly old people. They're going to bring up random cases of a 42-year-old who got it and died, a teacher who died. There will be teachers who die. No doubt about it. But guess what? Tough shit. I hate to say it. Tough fucking shit. Yeah. Some people are going to die. Okay. We don't shut down this whole idea. I saw in one of the memes that they're like, one is too many. Nah, it's really not. It's really not. One is not too many. I don't know what too many is. There's probably a number what too many is, but it certainly isn't one. If some fucking teacher dies in, Eugene, Oregon, sorry. Sucks. Sorry for your family, but The rest of the country shouldn't go without an education because we want to avoid death in, fucking Utah or something. Sorry, not how it works. This whole idea of one is too many. Nah, it's really not. One is not too many. If one was too many, if one death was too many, we wouldn't allow anyone to drive cars because 35,000 people a year are killed in car accidents. But if one is too many and the most important thing was saving lives, then we would just ban cars, right? Sure, it would take us longer to get everywhere and we wouldn't be productive, but less people would die. And remember, one is too many. So until it's safe, right? So it'll never really be safe because the virus isn't going anywhere. So how the fuck? So if the virus isn't going anywhere and it's still looking around, whenever you open back up, eventually you will have to open up. And when that happens, right? When that happens, it's going to spread. It's inevitable. And they keep talking, oh my God. They love to talk about Georgia. They fucking hate Georgia for whatever reason. It's like the best state in the fucking country. I wish I lived in Georgia. My friend Sarah on there, she's a Georgia turtle rider. It's a great state. Beautiful state. Well run. Gets the job done. Nice and diverse. And they've been open for a long time. Georgia has 10 million people that live there. We have under 7. We have more than double their fatalities from COVID. But yet, Charlie Baker's the success according to the media because he did everything they wanted him to do. He shut down. He locked down. Brian Kemp did not. So they love bringing up, because they're back in school in Georgia, and they say, well, look at these pictures from the hallway of kids. Oh my God. They're breathing on each other. And do they look scared? Those kids? No. They're just having a good time of being kids. And yeah, guess what? Some might be spreading COVID. But here's the dirty little secret. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're spreading COVID. They can spread it all they fucking want. It's about as effective. Cooties is more dangerous to your children than COVID is. Seriously. I mean, cooties I used to fear in 2nd grade. You had to have your cootie spray out. If that weird chick sat in your seat before you, got to get that cootie spray out. The COVID spray, though, who cares? No, kids don't die from COVID. 0 kids out. We have over 1 million people in this state under the age of 20. 0 have died. So it doesn't matter how often they pass it around. Now, the argument is, well, they could come home and they could give it to me and then I could give it to grandma and blah, blah, blah. Okay. And that's what this woman's argument is. Let's read her argument and then I'll explain why it's so stupid. So she writes this letter. One moment. Dear Mr. Antonucci, Dr. Klingman, and members of the Duxbury School Committee, first, I would like to thank you all for your hard work and dedication, blah, blah, blah. I'm writing to you today in advance of tomorrow's school committee meeting and vote on the reopening plan in order to express my deep concerns over the possibility of returning to in-person learning in the form of a hybrid model or in the form of in-person learning. Although a parent survey was sent out weeks ago, since everything changes so frequently and so drastically with COVID-19, I believe that I am not the only parent who has had a different opinion today than I did when I completed the parent survey. As a mother of 2 children, going into grade 6 and going into grade 4, and as an educator myself, there's nothing I want more for my children than to be back in the class with their teachers and their peers, quote, like normal, unquote. However, the current pandemic prevents school from looking anything even close to normal. While we are all very concerned, rightly so, with our children's social emotional needs, the way that school will look if we return to the school building will be a stark contrast to the nurturing environment we are used to. And I hear this argument a lot. Well, kids are gonna have to socially distance, and says who? Because says the DESE guidelines. Like, who cares? Just ignore them. They also say you can't wear hats in school. Kids always wear hats. They can't have cell phones. They bring their cell phones. Just let them fucking touch each other. Who cares? Like, I guarantee 0 kids in Georgia will die from this. 0. They'll be fucking fine. Yeah, it might be weirder at first, but they might try to enforce masks. It ain't going to work. So just let it fail, okay? Then things will go back to normal on its own. Children will need to keep at least 6 feet apart from their friends and school staff. They will not be allowed to work side by side with their classmates or teachers, and they will be required to sit in their seats facing forward in rows for the entirety of the school day. Oh my God, not rows. Not only is this going to be incredibly difficult for the children to do, but it's also developmentally inappropriate to expect them to be able to do this, and I believe will adversely affect their social emotional needs. Well, you tell me, how do you think remote learning, quote unquote, will affect their social emotional needs? How are they going to do group projects like that? Huh? How are they going to sit next to kids if they're at home? You tell me. Well, I'm very concerned about this. I'm even more concerned about the health and safety of my family, the students, and faculty and staff of the Duxbury Public Schools. The COVID rates in Massachusetts are currently climbing. It has been scientifically proven that children do, in fact, get COVID and related illnesses, and it has been scientifically proven that children can spread COVID. First of all, it hasn't. It hasn't. It's just I've read. You read various articles on that. It's all theory. It's all theory. There's no documented cases of kids passing on. They might, but there's no documented cases or theories. It's all just theories. Whatever webs, you're just going to read what you want to believe anyway. So anyway, I'm honestly terrified to think about my children sitting in a classroom for 6 hours a day, to think about what they would be exposed to, and to think about what they could be bringing home to my parents. The bottom line needs to be safety. Okay, you're terrified about that? Terrified? Get a grip, lady. We're not sending your kids to Iraq. Send them to the Duxbury Public Schools. They'll be okay. And I got news for you. Like, thousands of kids die every year from the flu. You should be much, much more worried about the flu. But we don't even consider canceling school for the flu, do we? Even though it comes every single year. So it's absurd. She goes on, right? Not only are the COVID numbers in Massachusetts alone enough to show that it's unsafe to return in-person learning, but I fully believe the school buildings are not safe for students and staff to return. Well, I do not know the ins and outs of the HVAC system at Alden School. I do know, when I have been in Alden, especially on the higher floors, the air is stagnant and hot. Oh, fuck, she's an HVAC expert too. Great. Based on scientific articles, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, her and her scientific articles. Jesus Christ. Based on scientific articles that I read on NPR, that I have read about the spread of COVID and my experiences in Alden School, I feel very strongly that the HVAC system at Alden is unsafe when it comes to the spread of COVID-19. Oh, Jesus Christ. Finally, I feel it's important to note that the teaching and learning that occurred in the spring was crisis teaching and learning. Although I feel that my children's teachers did a wonderful job in the spring, now that we all know better, we will do better. I have great faith and trust in the teachers, and I'm confident they'll be able to do incredible things with remote learning. I've also felt very fortunate for my children to attend the schools, blah, 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 blah. And so her argument is that, like, we live home with grandma, right? That was one of the things she said, that my kids could come home and the in-laws live upstairs or something like that. So what's the argument there, guys? What is the argument? That my kid, so you want your kid's right to hang out with grandma is more important than my kid's right to an education. That's ultimately what you're saying here, right? Right. Now, my dad just turned 70. My mom's 68. I mean, they're technically, quote unquote, high risk, but they can either live in fear and hide, or they can enjoy their grandkids, and they choose to do the latter, because that's just no way to live. Any old person, I'll tell you right fucking now, all right? And I haven't heard a single old person say this. It's all young people saying this. Any old person, elderly person who expects society to shut down to protect them can fuck right off. I'm sorry, they can. Fuck you, grandma. I'll be the first to say it. Fuck grandma. It's not our job. Like, guess what, grandma? When you were growing up, nobody ever suggested shutting down society, right? You got to live your life. You didn't have your prom taken from you and your first day of kindergarten taken from you. But you want to take it from my kids? Well, grandma doesn't even really want it anyway. I've yet to hear an old person make this argument. It's always younger people speaking for the elderly. They're the new, like, black people for social justice warriors. Younger white people are speaking on their behalf, right? So that's bullshit. So this chick goes on, and you got to see, and back to this chick from the page to write this shit. You're not a babysitter. Aidan, be creative. Think outside the box. The situation is not ideal, to be sure, but you can work it. Shut the fuck up. What the hell does that mean? Be creative? Think outside. It's not my job to be creative. It's the school's job to be creative. You've had how many months to figure this out? Not my problem. I pay you to figure this out, right? You collect a salary from the taxpayers of Massachusetts to do a job. Do it. And guess what? If you're too scared to do it, then quit. Quit. Because I don't imagine if a school shooter came into one of your schools, guys, and one of these cowardly teachers was in line, like they would fucking hide under their desk and feed your child to the Manson freaks. They would. I mean, what a bunch of fucking cowards. They are willing to sell out your fucking kid's safety, right? For theirs. Their safety comes before everybody else's. So this chick goes on to say, like, think outside the box. How can I think outside the box? How can I? I'll be home with her. That's a fact. I can't work. I'm not the only one who's getting this situation. Everybody's affected by this. This is going to tank our economy too. If all these people have to start quitting their jobs to be stay-at-home parents, what then? I mean, if I was a company, I wouldn't hire, moving forward, I would never hire anyone with kids. It's too much of a liability. You can't count on them because the government could shut you down at any point. I'm not hiring someone with kids. I'm just hire some fucking childless boob, and you know that they won't have to babysit kids ever. They'll be good. So she goes on and says, "You have one child. Many folks have 3 or 4 at various ages. Oh, congratulations on your ability to reproduce. We're all really proud of you. You can do this. We have to dig deep inside ourselves and find solutions. I can tell you stories of raising 5 sons in rural Vermont while being a teacher through 5 week-long power outages. Flu that ran through the house. Oh, you are so fucking brave. We are mothers. We can move mountains. I'm not a mother. I'm a father. Okay? Maybe a little bit different. I love my daughter. I don't want to sit home with her all day. I don't. I got shit to do. I got a business to run. I want to pay for her, like, you know, I'd like to be able to pay her fucking for her food, and, you know, so she can do fucking gymnastics or whatever the hell she does. So these are the kind of shit that this chick's sharing. Look at some of this stuff. And I don't mean to pick on this teacher in particular, but I kind of hate her, and I hate what she represents, and I hate people like her. Like, look at the stuff she's posting in. 1 death every 80 seconds. The grim new toll of COVID. Dun, dun, dun. Here's the picture of the hallway in Georgia. Georgia second grader tests positive for coronavirus, forcing class to quarantine. First of all, that's one policy that needs to end. Like, you have to understand, when schools reopen, your kid's going to get corona. It's going to happen. And that's okay. We have to get over the stigma that, like, corona is a bad thing. No, it's really not for kids. Doesn't matter. Child hospitalization rates surge. Only when safe. Washington will not reopen schools. Indiana school opens and has to quarantine within hours. Oi. Here's some more fear mongering. Teaching online sucks, but you know what would suck worse? Every yearbook in the country having a page dedicated to the teachers and students who died of COVID. Oh, yeah, the students. Yeah, right. I mean, Jesus Christ, a teacher sharing this stuff. That's what pisses me off, too. It's like, you're supposed to be educated. You're like, my kid's supposed to learn from you. How do I have any faith that they can learn from you if you're this stupid? You're obviously not a smart person if you can't look at the data and see nobody's dying from this. Nearly 1,000 COVID cases return to California daycares. That's the other thing. Daycares are open. Summer camps are open. All these things are open for kids, except for school. Interesting. Another one. 3 Arizona teachers who died shared a classroom. So I clicked on this one. And, oh, yeah, by the way, I click on it, and shockingly, like fucking clockwork, the teacher's like 400 pounds, right? Teacher's 400 pounds. And I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I know some people hate when I talk about the fatties, but I apologize for nothing. One of the biggest problems we have in this country is that we have an obesity epidemic, and it's finally caught up to us because we found a virus that picks on the obese. It does. So it's like, I'm not supposed. So let me get this straight. The world is supposed to stop, and we're not supposed to go back to school because your fat ass didn't want to exercise all those years. You ignored doctors' advice about exercising and eating healthy. You went to Wendy's too much, and now you want the world to revolve around you. Not happening, fatty. Not happening. Get out there and get some fucking exercise. That's a solution. Instead of telling the world should shut down for you. No. Okay. It's sad this woman died, but when you let yourself go like that, there are certain health risks that come along with it. And I blame society for, oh, it's a beautiful thing. Let's put a billboard. Like Sports Illustrated is filled with fatties now. When did that happen? We're glorifying, she's so beautiful and confident. No, she's not. It's disgusting. Nobody wants to see that. Like, why are we pretending this is a good fucking thing? Stop it. I mean, nobody, literally, is anybody fapping to that? You just ask yourself that. No. If you're not fapping to it, then nobody's attracted to it. Nobody thinks it's a good thing, period. Goes on another one. This is exactly what I'm terrified about. Oh my God. Young people are infecting older family members in shared homes. Then don't fucking share a home, period. All over social media, teachers are asking about the cheapest ways to make wills. Let that sink in. Let that sink in is one of the most annoying thing people can say. It's like when they write mic drop, right? When they write mic drop. Let that sink in. Okay, all over social media, teachers are asking about the cheapest ways to make wills. Let that sink in. Okay, let me let that sink in. Oh, I got it. They're fucking idiots then. They're fucking morons. It's sunk in. Problem solved. What else you have? Just a reminder that regardless of how you feel about your child's back to school plan, your child's teacher didn't make it. You're literally trying to influence policy to make sure that we don't go back to school. Okay. She shares a book called You Picked Up COVID-19 at School. You took it home to mom and dad. So now you're an orphan. A teacher shared this. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Unbelievable. What else she had? More stuff about kids dying. Nah, I don't even believe these. I clicked on a couple of these links about like a 9-year-old girl is the youngest to die. All you need to know is it's from CNN. So it's probably not real. It's probably fake news because nothing CNN puts out is real. It's all biased. Everything CNN does, everything is done to try to fuck over Donald Trump, period. 9-year-old girl. So that's Florida. That's a Ron DeSantis state. That's a Republican state. So they're going to try to make Florida look bad. I don't believe for a second a 9-year-old girl just caught COVID and fucking died from it. I do not believe that. They didn't list the girl's name, so there's no way of even researching this, but I guarantee there's much more to the story than that. Here's another one. And this is the one that pissed me off. It is another stupid thing I hate. That's it. That's the tweet. That needs to be banned. People writing that. That's it. That's the tweet. I'm going to be extremely honest here. As a human being who is a teacher, it hurts when you argue that your child's social life is more important than my actual life. Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. It is. My child's social life is more important than your quote unquote actual life. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean I want you to die because guess what? You're not going to die. Okay. So my child's social life certainly takes precedence over your imaginary theatrical overreaction to going back and doing your fucking job that we pay you to do. Okay? Oi. While children are at a lower risk of death or complications from COVID, their teachers may not be. Any reopening plan needs to protect school staff and families. But I thought it was about the kids, guys. I guess it really wasn't. I guess it was about the teachers all along. This is another one with that. This same woman is sharing all these. It's insane. Insane. With all the talk of kids going back to school, I keep hearing they've fallen behind. What have they fallen behind? Our created expectations of where they should be at a certain age. There's no set finish line of where our children have to be by 18. I just want my kids alive. She shares this. If you don't believe that there are expectations that you can fall behind, that there are like certain societal expectations that like a second grader can do, our third grader can multiply, or a seventh grader can write a freaking 5-paragraph essay. If you don't believe that there is an expectation for that, then you should not be a teacher. Like when I see her share this, I'm like, that's disqualifying. Like, because you clearly do not have standards for your students. If your only goal is to be like, well, I want my kids to live. You talk about lowered expectations. That's your goal. Is just like, I just want them to live. I want a little bit more for my kids than just to be alive. Thank you. I think I can do a little bit better than that than just, staying alive. Sweet Jesus. The acceptable number of student deaths is 0. Well, fancy that. There have been 0 student deaths. How about that? The acceptable number of teacher deaths is 0. No. Definitely not. There probably won't be many teacher deaths from this, but certainly to say that, anything more than 0 is acceptable is just not true. Nobody believes that. So anyway, that's that. I want to show you guys real quick the situation in Chicopee that happened. Let me find it. Somebody sent me this school committee meeting out there. It got colorful, and we got to stop electing people to office who are like under the age of 30. I'm more convinced of this by the day. So let me play this for you. Actually, I got to switch my mic, don't I? One sec. Before I do that, let me just refresh the donos if anybody donated here. Okay, let's see what we got here. We have White Boy says, I guess I can say this. He says, fuck Black Lives Matter, the organization. So not fuck black people, but fuck Black Lives Matter. Theodore gave 37. Thank you. Says, thank you for actually reporting the news. Also, fuck the Hingham police chief. Matt Porter is a bitch, and keep reporting on how absolutely racist Monica Cannon Grant is until it gets picked up nationally. I will do that, Theodore. My pleasure. Suzanne says, my prediction is that we will not be quote unquote normal until June 2021, even though there will be fewer than 1,000 deaths a month. I mean, what makes you think, Suzanne, that it'll even be quote unquote normal by then? Like, I thought it'd be normal by now. But I think it's pretty clear at this point that, like, it's not going anywhere, right? It's not. The only way it could be normal is to do what Sweden did. Everybody, Sweden, so many people die. Look at the data now, man. Nobody's dying in Sweden anymore. They've all got it. They all got the Rona. It went through them like water. Killed some people off, certainly. But they have 10 million people live in Sweden. And they had... how many casualties they have there? I think it was like 5,000. Don't hold that, told me to that, but it was less than Massachusetts, and we have less than their population. We have about under 7 million people in Massachusetts. We had 8,500 people die so far in Massachusetts. So I just see no indication, right, that this will end anytime soon. I just don't. Yeah, so thanks for the donos, guys. Let's watch this school committee meeting. Let me fix my mic here. Oh, it's already on the bill. Okay, so I don't even need this. Okay. Let me load this up because you got it. So this is the mayor. I forget his name. Vo or something. This is Chicopee. And this is I want to say a school committee. Present. Yeah, it's a school committee meeting, but one of the school committee members isn't there.
Present.
And he's going to call in. Check this out. Around the 2:13 mark.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott.
Appreciate
your input. Again, I think it's important to let everyone know that. Any other discussion about any of the phases or anything you want to ask?
Last spring's remote learning is missing.
Okay, here he is.
Students were thrusted into it without any proper planning as the pandemic struck quick. I believe this coming fall, with ample preparation, those results would drastically improve. DESE's demand for districts to work on 2 separate plans has also stunted our ability to focus solely on remote learning. I understand it is not favorable to all, and I want to work with those that doesn't work for in order to sort out some solutions to the quirks that may come with remote learning, if that's what's going on tonight. I do want to thank the superintendent and his team for working so hard on these plans. I know they spent countless hours and days even creating and reviewing these plans. However, nothing I heard tonight changes my comfort level. I am simply not confident in our in-person or hybrid plan. How many more examples do we need across the country to smarten up and realize the lives of our students, teachers, and school employees are at risk? As of the beginning of this month, Chicopee has had one of the higher positive test rates in Western Massachusetts. The greater Springfield area has large populations of individuals with respiratory issues such as asthma. Please put K-12 lives over politics at all levels of government in this country. Today, I value dollar signs and grades on a paper over the lives and health of those I represent in this city, is that dad should no longer be a school committee representative. That goes for 10 individuals that are voting for me tonight.
Listen to what he says.
Leave this meeting with proverbial blood on your hands.
What?
Do what is right for those you represent. And if you have full faith in our teachers, listen to them. Protect them. In real time, I can tell you that many teachers are extremely upset with some of the suggestions that were made tonight. Our teachers are simply not lab rats. We cannot simply replace teachers that get sick and die.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, better teachers will come.
He actually said this. So a school committee member is saying that you'll have blood on your hands if you send people back. I fucking hate people that fearmonger like that. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. They used to do this with guns all the time, right? You have blood on your hands. So now the mayor's gonna. Another guy responds to this. I like this guy. Check out what he says.
Oh, until it's safe. Is it going to be safe this year, next year, the year after, 2 years from now? I mean, to have somebody tell me I got blood on my hands kind of boils my blood.
God bless you.
The bottom line is we have to make a decision what's right for our students. We have to make a decision that's what's right for our teachers. But because he has an opinion doesn't mean it's the only right opinion. If it was that damn easy, we wouldn't have to vote on it.
I like this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, to think for a
Or I say too
moment
much.
that, I wasn't going to say anything either, but to think for a moment that I'm going to sit here and take those disparaging remarks about the members of this school committee. There's 12 members here, and I am not going to force my opinion on any other member of the committee. And to think for a second that we're going to sit here and think that the decisions made today are politically driven, are politically motivated, is absolutely asinine and absurd.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and have someone try to suggest for a minute that I'm not doing the decision-making today based on what's in the best interest of the city of Chicopee. I'm entitled to my own opinion as a person, and I am gathering all that information, and I'm speaking for all of us, but I hope you feel the same way. I'm a little disappointed that someone could feel that way, to read a scripted comment and try to put down the members of this board, because we may not agree with your particular plan. And I'm a little insulted, and I think it's unfair for someone to do something like that. And frankly, I would like to ask you, Mr. Tannhauser, have you been out of your house? Have you been to the store? Have you been out to eat? Have you gone to the grocery store, the gas station?
Yeah. Have you? Huh?
May I respond to that?
You may.
Right. All right, well, yeah, I have, but I also am not sending 1,200 kids back to a building and then turn around and if one gets sick, say, oh, well, we can close down.
Well, maybe you should listen to the presentation, because that's not what we're talking about.
All right, well, you're being extremely unprofessional, Mayor, and those teachers out in that crowd deserve better.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.
As you can imagine, what this little shithead looks like, and why you shouldn't elect. I mean, look at this kid. Look at this puke. I mean, look at this guy. Looks like the poster child for the Aryan Brotherhood or something. How old is this little shithead? And he's on the fucking school committee. Stop voting for people under the age of 30. They don't know what they're doing. Stop it. They're idiots. So, I mean, that's who's setting policy in your schools, right? This moron with the boy's regular haircut needs to end. Okay? It needs to end. All right. Why don't we go do a little Ask Turtle Boy? If you guys have any questions, let me hit this refresh over here. For some reason the comments aren't refreshing. Let me see. All right. Oh, wait. I'm getting it. Hold on. Okay. A little Ask Turtle Boy. All right. You guys, anything you guys want to ask me? Fair game. Go ahead in the comments. If you want to call in, I think Blippy Marie's got the comments on that. Or got the link for that. If you want to call in, I can take a call. It's got another dono too from 7 Pounder. Says support independent journalism, support local Republican and independent local candidates in your district. Your local elections affect your lives more than anyone in Washington. San Dimas High School rules. So San Dimas High rules. I don't get the reference there. But thank you. You're absolutely right about all the other stuff. Yeah, 7 Pounder. Why are I'm just putting up, I've just figured out how to put up the comments there. I get the picks. I'm just picking all little boozies because they're my favorite. Okay. Any questions you guys have? Feel free to ask away. Oh, okay. There's Amanda. That's not a question, but San Dimas High rules. Why do people keep saying that? Can I? There we go. Bruins hurt my soul with MC. Yeah, unbelievable with that. Unbelievable. Bruins reply. No, they didn't reply. I did find out. I got another story in that coming. I found out who the employee was who made that call. So it was a chick. I mean, talk about not paying attention. That whole story, like with the Bruins, it's like, how can we take this crazy fucked up story about the Bruins getting rid of the Boston Police logo on Charlie McAvoy's shirt and make it crazier? Oh, I know. The Bruins can give goddamn Monica Cannon Grant an award, the social justice award. That's the only way to make that crazier. Would you ever run for school committee? I'm thinking about it maybe someday, man. When I see shit like this, it's just like, you need sanity. You need sanity on these boards. Nobody who runs for office is ever like sane. They're all crazy. They're just like hacks. They're all gutless. I like that one guy in Chicopee who stood up for himself. We need more people like that. Whatever that guy's name is. He's cool. I like him. I would be like him. Have you not seen Bill and Ted? It's been so long. Is that where it's from? San Dimas? Thank you. I get the reference now. For some reason, the comments aren't coming up on here. So I'm going to have to go ahead and read them off my phone. All right. I emailed Don Sweeney and Cam Neely on the issue with the IRS records. Excellent. Can you get those two guys from Chicopee on the live show? Well, one's the mayor. I doubt we're going to get the mayor on, but maybe we can get that other guy on. He seemed cool. I got to find out his name. Yes, true. My mom wasn't crazy and she was on the school committee. I guess so. Yeah. I mean, maybe so. My mom had I don't know. She was on the Worcester School Committee for 18 years. And I'm biased, but I think she did a good job on there. And there's not many sane people left on the school committee in most of these places. Most of your school boards are run by morons. I hate to break it to you. What's up with the KC Narcissi case is still in federal court? Yeah, I mean, I emailed the ACLU lawyer about that 2 months ago. I'm like, whatever happened to this? And she's like, yeah, nothing. So the courts work very slowly, especially with COVID. What do I think about the new travel restrictions? Brave New World. That's what I think of that. Freaking scary. 1984-ish. We're going to have checkpoints at roads going into states. The entire state of Rhode Island it has been deemed as a toxic zone. And so if you've spent time in Rhode Island, you have to quarantine when you come back here. Fuck off. How do you even do that? There's so many roads that go in and out of these states. How do you stop people? How do you even know? It's easier in New York City because it's all tunnels and shit to get in New York and bridges. Manhattan's an island. But how do you do that in Rhode Island? It's not an actual island. So I think it's absolutely crazy. Gerry seemed a little condescending to you this morning. Thoughts? How so, Maury? How did Gerry seem? First of all, Gerry and I have a great banter. I did retweet a guy today that said, you got to let Turtleboy talk more. But again, it's the Gerry Callahan podcast, not the Turtleboy podcast. I'm just a co-host. So it's different from me being the number 2 on there. But and I'd like to hear more about that and what way you thought Gerry was condescending about that. How would she have voted? Oh, my mom would have voted to open up schools. She thinks schools should be open by now. This is ridiculous. She actually offered to spend. She said she wants her granddaughter to go to school. And she's like, I will send her to OLA, Our Lady of the Angels in Worcester, because Catholic schools are all opening. And she goes, I'll pay her tuition she offered that for kindergarten. I'm like, I would take it, but what I'd rather go to the public school in Holden, not the Catholic school in Worcester. But yeah, so she would definitely vote to go back to school. I know that as a fact. I did hear about the 3 cops that got stabbed by a lunatic, just a a fucking nut job in Saugus. Terrible. Gerry's always condescending. That's how he is. Yeah, but it's in like good fun. Like Gerry's the only like conservative that like somebody like Alex Reamer could be on station with, because like ultimately he just teases you about it. He's not really mad about it. Like he doesn't hate liberals. He just likes to argue with them. It's a weird thing. Most people aren't like that. Most people in this day and age, like they fucking really hate you if they disagree with you. Like Gerry likes to disagree with you and likes to argue with you, but at the end of the day, he also likes to like make jokes and whatnot, you know? Anything else? Today was great with Gerry. I love it. We disagreed on unions today. A couple other things. Obviously we talked about, I'm not going to talk about Kirk anymore. I'm not talking about that show anymore. So I'm done with that. I'm not even getting involved in that anymore. So that's a totally different story. And I'm not going on Mike and the Minifans. It's been canceled this weekend. I said I was going to go Mike on the Minifans on Saturday at 7. Mike contacted me today and canceled it. So, long story there. Is Emily Reamer related to Alex Reamer? I'm not sure. Corinne Gaffney's Facebook page is loaded with trashy pics. Oh my God, guys. I could write another blog on this, but I'm almost tired of the Gaffneys. But Corinne Gaffney got a boob job. Michael paid for her because Mike's got a mistress. It's a weird situation. But he bought her boobs, so it's all set. And she's going through a midlife crisis right now. And every fucking shot is her like turned with the fucking jugs hanging out. There's another picture of her at the beach with a goddamn thong on. It's like, oh my fucking God. This is so cringe. Oh, it's so cringe, but you can't stop watching it, can you? You just can't. It's too good. It's too good. What's going on at the golf tournament? So the golf tournament, I'm going to be writing about this tomorrow, hopefully. And I'll have a sign up for this. The golf tournament, first annual Turtleboy golf tournament is going to be at Kettlebrook in Paxton on Columbus Day. We got Columbus Day, folks. So it is going to be Columbus Day at 9:00. There will be, raffles and food and shit afterwards. It's going to be a staggered start. And how I'm going to do it is I'm going to put it in like the Turtleboy store. So you can buy an entry into the golf tournament in the Turtleboy store. And it'll be first come, first serve. I think the maximum they let is 144 people. But don't hold me to that. But I think there was a lot of, interest in it when I put it out there. So hopefully we get a nice thing. Show us the Gaffneys. Well, the Gaffneys have blocked me on all channels, so I don't have that ability. Maybe I can sign into one of my fake accounts. Let me do that real quick, see if we can find it. Is it best ball to be determined? I'll let you know about that. How does best ball work? Everybody shoots, and whoever's closest, everybody shoots from there. Is that how best ball works? It goes faster that way? Let's see. Okay, let me see if I can find Corinne Gaffney on here. Run for state rep, dude. Forget school committee. Unfortunately, I live in one of the only districts in the state that has a good state rep. I have a Republican state rep in Holden, so there's really no reason for me to run. My state rep does a good job, Kim Ferguson. So let me find Corinne Gaffney here. Oh, there she blows. Oh, good Lord. Oh, good Lord. Okay, I got to bring this up. Hold on. Sorry, it's too funny. Okay. Can we see that? Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. How do I get rid of this? Okay. All right. So check this out. There they are. They're always like putting their video. Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. Look at this. There she is there. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Sweet Jesus. Gazing on. I mean, who does this? Who does this? Michael, I want you to come and take a video of me staring off and make sure you get my tits profiled. Look at this. These are grown. They're like 50. Oh, my goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Holy cow. What else we got here? Oh, my. Look at these goddamn things, guys. I mean, I can't get over them. How are they even real? They're not, of course. But, I mean, holy shit. What are you even going to, who's playing with those things? Gaffney? What's he doing at that? Look at these. Every fucking picture is like, oh, good. Oh, here's another one. They went to South Dakota. Look at this. Look at this outfit. Look at this outfit, guys. Oh, lordy. Look at that outfit. Oh, good. Oh, no. This guy was almost mayor. Here's some more. Oh, good Lord. Make it stop. Make it stop. Oh, goodness gracious. Anything else we got here? Oh, here's some more. Look at this. Wonder Woman. Jim. Oh, yeah. Look at this shit. I mean, she looks like a hooker. I mean, look at this shit. Who dresses like this when they go out? Like, I'm going to wear my fucking Wonder Woman out. Sweet Jesus. Oh, no. Here's the thong picture. Avert your eyes, guys, if you don't want to see this. Here we go. Look at that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, good Lord. Good fucking Lord. Oh, look at the comments. Love your ass. Wow, that's hot. Oh, you need to get some tan on the boots, girl. Trying. Oh, good Lord. Stunning. Beautiful buns. Needs a nice little tan. Agree. All these horny dudes. Very nice. Great butt. Does that tan stop at the legs, or is that a white spotlight from above? Oh, my God. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, they love their life. They are one of the great train wrecks. Every fucking picture is like an ass shot. Like, Mike, come take a picture of my ass or my tits. There she is. Oh, I can't stop. They're too good. They're too funny. Look at this shit. Oh, sorry. I have way too much fun with the Gaffneys. Way too much fun. There's a video in here of Mike lifting weights too. Let's see if we can find it. Hold on. No, we'll move on. Look at this guy. Look at this tool bag. Oh, he shared one of me. He's thinking about me. Let's see. Speaking of that, like, oh, my Gaffney's page, he's talking about me. He goes, I was told to watch this. I didn't make it past the first 2 minutes with him telling a man to kill himself, and then his unending repressed social homosexuality. His descent into a prior psychopath is distributing to see. I mean, I think he's disturbing. He needs professional help. And if you share his work, you do too. Guys, this is a guy who, I mean, this is a man who spent a year suing me. The most insane lawsuit you've ever seen in your entire life. Of all the lawsuits I've been in, nothing will ever compare to the insanity of the Gaffney one. But I'm the fucking crazy one. And by the way, if you share his work, you do. Gaffney shared like every single one of my blogs until I didn't endorse him in an election that he had dropped out of. And then he got mad and he sued me over that. But I'm the crazy one. Let's see who commented on that. Anastasia, this is Stacy Barnes, said he legit told someone to live stream their suicide. Unreal. Oh, Stacy. Then he's obviously tossed and he's behind the wheel of a car. I thought Aidan was. Should we just watch this? We got to watch this video. Because this is. Okay, so somebody made this video of me. And I've shared some.
Kill myself, bro. I could kill myself.
And you should. Check this out. So
kill myself, bro. I could kill myself.
And you should.
I kill myself because of you.
You won't do it.
Yeah, I should, exactly.
Yeah, and then they show my family. It's like, what do they have to do with it? There's my mom, my sister, and then this guy who is not my brother, who is not my fucking brother, from the Cohasset School Committee. This poor guy, whoever the fuck he is. It's not my brother. I don't even look, the guy doesn't look anything like me. So, by the way, they're playing Dawson Boston, who is a heroin dealer who should kill himself. He should. He's a piece of shit, degenerate, fucking asshole. He's currently in jail. And he didn't actually kill himself. Spoiler alert. I knew he wasn't going to. If he did, it wouldn't be a big deal. No big loss. But he goes on. Let's see the rest of this video.
Yep, I'm gonna kill myself because of you.
Can you live stream?
Trying to ruin my life. My girlfriend's family knows about it now, and
I love the music.
Live stream that shit.
Know about it.
You're gonna kill yourself.
I'm not gonna threaten that.
Okay, so are you gonna? How come you haven't killed yourself yet? I'm still waiting on that. Who's that bitch boy in the background? Is that the guy who's fucking you in the ass right now? Is that the guy who's fucking you in the ass?
Because he'll blow you up. Look, he's not gonna blow you
Bro,
up.
how hard is he fucking you right now?
I know.
Who's fucking who here? Are you fucking him or is he fucking you?
I should not say the foul language.
Is he
I gotta
fucking
stop
you?
that.
Is he raw dog? Is he wearing a condom?
That's inappropriate. Oh, remember this chick? This chick was great. This was the Tiverton Gouda Grumble. Remember, I almost got her to take a dump. She was gonna take a dump on live, and I put it to the voters, and you guys all voted against it. I was really disappointed. That would have been hilarious. This chick took a dump on a live show.
If you take a dump on this live show, it will be the highest rated live show of all time. I know it's you. Hey, officer, how big is your cock?
Remember this?
How big is it?
Oh, this was one of the great ones. This is a year ago when Manny Lucero was pranking me. And he'd pranked me earlier in the day, pretended to be a lawyer. I thought it was him again, but it was an actual cop from Arizona who Manny Lucero told the cop that I was harassing him. So the guy called me and I asked, I thought I was talking to Manny Lucero the whole time.
How big is your cock? How big is your cock?
You got a minute.
Yeah, I did. Is it 3 inches, 3.5, maybe?
So once you contact that number,
What's the number again, bitch? Hey, listen, faggot, what's the number? What is it?
928
Yeah.
772
Yep.
9267.
Okay, how many times have you been fucked in the ass, officer?
Go ahead.
Super Bowl's over.
So this is me. I love this one. This is the one they're talking about. They're like, he was drunk driving. In case you haven't noticed, this is after the Super Bowl, like behind the wheel of his car.
Just gonna touch on this.
You'll notice in the window, nothing's moving because it's in a garage. We went to the Super Bowl 2 miles from my house at a friend's house in Holden. And I didn't drive home. But when I got home, I'm like, I want to do a quick live recap. So I just got in the fucking car and I did a live recap. Like, he was drunk driving.
I don't know what the fuck happened. Sat right inside of me.
And then they got me. Oh, this is my favorite. This is me in Cincinnati next.
Inside of me.
Watch
I
this.
feel like that name alone, the brass ass.
Drunk in public. Me and my buddy Joe talking about the brass ass on a live stream, which is a strip club in Kentucky, because they don't have strip clubs in Ohio for some reason. So we were going to go to this strip club called the Brass Ass. We didn't actually go. We just talked about going a lot because it's funny. It's a funny name, the Brass Ass. We kept talking about the Brass Ass all weekend. But he's drunk in public at a football game.
No, it's got to be better than a lamplighter. Hey, there's no strip clubs in Ohio, the whole fucking state.
All right, but that's the question. Now,
Bible Belt.
I remember the night before your wedding, as a matter of fact, down at Hurricane Eddie's. Remember the strip club on my wedding?
Because we live in a liberal state.
Would you trust this behavior with your children, students, clients, anyone who stands by complicit? Like, this is fucking hilarious. Is enabling his behavior. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my God. I should do more drunk live shows. They're fun. So Gaffney's sharing that. Let's see. So Stacy Barnes. I thought Stacy and I were cool. I know Stacy absolutely hates Brett, but she always texts me like, don't pick on me. Can you get Brett to stop? What's his fucking problem? He's going to like make you look bad. This and that. Well, Stacy, you were with Bristol for a while. I know you don't like her now. You're kind of a shady chick. I mean, you deserve everything Brett did to you. Everything. Like, I hate to say it. I felt bad for you at first. I kind of stood up for you a little bit there. No, you earned that dragon by Brett. You earned that. That was you fucking decided to fuck with Brett of all people, and you deserved it. So for her to say, I thought Aidan was decent compared to his co-host Brett Callahan, but they're really equal bags of trash. Oh, Stacy. And he says, they were once funny and quirky. This is just straight up psychopath. Yeah, there was once funny and quirky when, we were saying good things about Mike Gaffney. But it is. It's everything that's wrong with society. So here's Matthew Delorge. Matthew's a turtle rider. And I have confidence Matt's going to say something good here. Matt says, and if you share his work, you do too. He goes, this is the type of mentality the left adopts. Please don't go there. You can be both someone who doesn't agree or is indifferent with some of his behavior while also believing much of his work exposes some of the dregs of society. I can't think of too many people in this world that wouldn't offend someone with some of their behavior. Beautiful. Well said, Matthew. Well said. And Gaffney responds by saying, did you watch the video and think, yeah, this guy is stable. I should support his work. An asshole is an asshole and should be treated as such. What a fucking loser. And here's Michael. Happy 245th birthday to the U.S. Army. Mike, you were a weekend warrior. You didn't do fucking shit. Fucking loser. Loser. He still has a Gaffney website. Is he still an attorney? Oh, my God. Here's the domain for attorneymichaelgaffney.com that he's still got on his Facebook page. You can buy it. Should we buy it? Should I buy Attorney Gaffney? I'm not paying $2,000 for that. It's for sale. Everybody wants to buy it. Boy. All right. Any more questions, guys, before we call it a night? Stacy was here Saturday. That's interesting. Interesting. Yeah, those Stacy comments were only an hour ago. Only an hour ago. Play the Stacy Brett audio. There was no Stacy Brett audio. There was an online fight they had. I mean, that was seriously Morris. That was I swear to God, it was a coincidence that of all the times we go to the Gaffney page, he's talking about me. I mean, what are the fucking odds, huh? What are the odds? Did Mikey ever get charged for sending those postcards to you? Nope. There wasn't much I could do about that. I was told it's free speech. But we know it was you, Gaffney, and didn't have the effect that you thought it would. I'm still here. Still going strong. Are we doing video at the golf tournament? We can. We can. How's Fojo? Oh, I just got one of the arrest reports on Fojo. I'm trying to get the second one, and then I'm going to blog about it. But I got his DUI arrest report, and it's a doozy. I've been meaning to blog about that. Would you go back to teaching if there are no there ones who want to? No other ones who want to? Probably not, because it would interfere with the blog. So I'm all set with teaching, but I could do it. But, you know, I like what I do now more. So isn't that doxing? No, but doxing's not against the law. You know, it's all public information. Yeah, I'm here and he fled, like Courtney said. Absolutely. Remember when Fojo was suing the state of New Hampshire for like not opening up? Well, they're opening up now. So what's he going to do now? All right. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'll give you a minute before we call it a night. Do we know that what happened to the gym the guy who kept his gym open? Now the gyms are open. Yeah, I mean, it's his gym is open. That's all there really is to it. And he's probably got a bunch of fines that he's going to refuse to pay, and we'll see what comes of that. We will see what comes from that. He lost the case for the hairdresser and cost her a fortune. What hairdresser? Wait, which hairdresser are you talking about, Suzanne? Is that the one he was suing, that she was suing to get her fucking the business open? She lost already? Kate's court date? I got to get in touch with the Holden police about that, but Hopefully soon. They're going to be in contact with me about that. But it is happening, I swear to God. Vote Shiva, absolutely, man. In the primary election coming up on September 1st, if you take a Republican ballot, vote for Shiva. I mean, there's two guys running. I think the other guy's name is O'Connor. He's more of like the establishment Republican. And then there's Shiva, right? Vote for Shiva. I'm telling you. Shiva's fucking crazy, but I love him. I love him. And realistically, there's like a 1 in a million chance whoever wins the Republican nomination can win the Senate anyway. So you might as well just have some fun with it. Think of how much more fun the election would be with fucking Shiva in it. Shiva's crazy in a good way. I love Shiva. He's fucking wild, entertaining. Like Shiva shows up to shit with megaphones, yells at people, like says only a real Indian could beat a fake Indian. God, I love Shiva. He's crazy. He's absolutely like I love Shiva, but he's fucking crazy. Oh yeah, sorry about the Asian ads, M-Job. I apologize for that. Maybe you can meet, if you ever get divorced, you can meet a nice Asian girl in your neck of the woods. There are a lot of them out there, apparently, according to the ads on your computer. I might have some more state rep candidates on there. We'll see. Now, the Kate court date thing is about the hacking into my account and writing a threat to herself. Unless Shiva pulls off a Scott Brown, pulls off the opposite. Yeah, I don't think I like Shiva, but he's not Scott Brown, you know. I can get Shiva on. I've had Shiva on a couple times before. I'll get him on. All right, guys. So if we don't have any more questions, I guess we'll call it a night. Thank you all for joining the program. It's been real. And I thank you to all the people who donated. Let's see. And couldn't do this without you guys. Going to keep it going strong. Going to have another good show this weekend. Saturday night for the live show. So we'll see you guys then. Peace, Turtle Riders.